Welcome to Wealth Building Wednesday, brought to you by TRHT Selma. TRHT Selma is a collaboration of the Black Belt Community Foundation and the Selma Center for Nonviolence. Every single week, we push back against America's growing wealth gap by giving you real tools to move from work to wage to wealth. Tonight, we are honored to be joined by Dr. Syleecia Thompson, professor, brand strategist, executive in the entertainment industry, and serial entrepreneur. She is bringing us all of her brilliance to the table to help us understand what it truly takes to have our mindset shift and elevate our hustle, transitioning our businesses from home-based beginnings to national presence. As always, this is a no gatekeeping zone. We learn together, we grow together, we share resources so that the road to generational wealth doesn't have to be walked alone. So go ahead and grab your seat, get your notepad ready, and settle in for some real talk about the facts and the choices and the opportunities that can help us reshape our financial future. Let's build wealth together. Welcome, 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 Dr. Thompson. How are you?
Well, thank you for having me. How are you? I'm so excited.
Yes, you are such a beautiful lady. Lord have mercy.
Thank you. I feel like I'm back in Selma.
I know, right? And when I had the opportunity to meet you in person, I'm like, oh, she is so pretty in person. Of course, I'd already looked up your website, so I was like, oh, she's as pretty as her picture.
Oh my God. Thank you, Lydia.
Yes.
You're quite gorgeous and fabulous yourself.
Oh, thank you. But I
16.
really...
You look 16.
Oh, girl, wait, let me not tell my real age.
You know what they say.
Yes, it don't crack.
Correct.
So it is such a pleasure to have you here on Wealth Building Wednesday. You are professor, serial entrepreneur, you are an author, you are an executive in the music industry, and so much more. You are a producer. You have several projects on the cusp of broadcast. And so I'm super excited to just have you here to be able to share your wisdom with us. And so I wanted to just give you an opportunity to just share a little bit of information about yourself. So who is Dr. Syleecia Thompson?
Well, over the years, they're so crazy because I just, at my core, I'm a philanthropist, educator, and an entrepreneur. But over the years, I've changed my title so much. And when I was in Ghana this past year, the title came to me that I was a strategic architect because of everything I've done, like in all facets of business, industry, teaching. I'm the type of person that sees the blueprint, sees the big picture. I can take a project from start to finish, whatever it is. So I was like, how do I define what I do? So you'll see it on my website. Like I used to go by brand strategist. I used to go by this. I haven't updated anything. It's just too many titles. And I'm just like, I'm a strategic architect. But with that, I'm a educator, as a professor for 25 years, music manager, so that's entertainment, right? Doing that for 25 years, TV and film the last 10, 15 years. And philanthropy is like a big piece of my heart. I speak, I write, I'm an author. So there's so much. And at first I used to be like, I'm doing too much because someone told me, you need to stay in your lane.
Honey, I'm a highway. Look.
We ain't gonna say who that was, but then I realized that I can do it all. When I was in Ghana, I was like, our ancestors were very creative and they did it all. So it's nothing wrong with being an ander. My university that I teach at National University, our slogan is like, we have anders. We've got women that have kids and they're military and they're moms and they're entrepreneurs and the dads, and. So don't block my and.
I know this.
Because you're limited by a semicolon or a colon or whatever, so I have so many titles. I change them up every year. I'm like, okay, well, right now I'm gonna focus on this title because people, they want a title.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that is. But I'm really more than that. I do so much. And my biggest thing is when I was in South Africa this summer, I was awarded as an ambassador of impactful change.
Wow.
So that was big. And I was just like, yeah, I want to see my award. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Girl, it's like a Grammy, right?
Oh my God, right.
It is beautiful.
Yes.
So when I got that award, I was like, wow, an ambassador of impactful change. That could be in multiple industries.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not limited. I don't even know what to call myself anymore. So,
Well, you do it all, and you do it all so well. I want to talk to you about the fact, and you said that you've been in the entertainment industry as a manager, and you've also been an educator for over 20 years. So early on, and again, this is on your website. We'll drop your website address in the chat. You built a home-based business, and then you expanded it with media, consulting, entertainment. So, what are three critical lessons you learned during the early years of your entrepreneurship that when you look back on now, you wish somebody had told you?
yeah, well, see, they did tell me I didn't listen.
Uh-oh.
Three critical areas that when I look back, saving more
Okay.
and giving more
Okay.
and more collaborations outside the box.
Okay.
Because I made a lot of money and I managed Syleecia Thompson, who's my sister, but also Grammy nominated singer, songwriter, entrepreneur. And she'll probably say some of the same things, but I think save more, give more, collaborate more. And that's just like really surface level because you do those three things. And the thing is, we have to fail. We have to have challenges. We have to have pitfalls, but it's how you go through them. And I think I'm a pretty resilient person. That's why I wrote a book called The Resilience Factor.
Yes.
But when you start a business, like I was teaching, I was in corporate, and I was going on the road with Syleecia. I think the money you're getting from that side hustle, from that home-based business, from that hustle, now it's you gotta just like you're an entrepreneur. We used to call them home-based businesses, but now everything's out your house. I think if I would have just utilized that money differently, I wouldn't have ran into so many pitfalls because basically I was using my salaries at the time to fund my business, which is great to do. But so save more, give more. Now I'm a big giver as far as like philanthropy, giving back. I see the value of that. I think God really put me in a position to work with nonprofits, NGOs. But I wish I would have done that earlier. But when you in your 20s, you like, let's turn up, we going to the club. Yeah.
Yes.
And then collaborate more. Syleecia and I always say we're in the industry, but not of the industry. So a lot of little collaborations we didn't really do, or partnerships and things like that, probably saved us. Because a lot of people we could have collaborated with, some of them in jail.
My Lord.
Oh, but God. So, but more collaborations, thinking outside the box a little more, because we were the type of people in the industry be like, we ain't going to that after party. We're going to the hotel. And at that after party could have been Quincy Jones.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Just so collaborating and it may have saved us in the industry we're in. So it's a gift and a curse. But collaborating, the thing is, I have a very good name in the industry.
Yes.
So I'm not mad about that. Because had I probably collaborated and partnered with some fools, people would be out here talking about me like a crazy, I probably would have been on drugs or sleeping with this person. But so I guess it helped, but I would have wanted to collaborate more um, in different spaces.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So save more, give more, collaborate more. And so you talked about the fact that you have worn multiple hats and you continue to wear multiple hats. And so you have at least three different companies. You have Dr. Syleecia Productions, DYG Management Group, and Silnick Entertainment. So that's interesting because with three different companies, do all of them do something separate? How do those companies collaborate? Like, what's the picture out there for somebody who is an entrepreneur and exploring the idea of having multiple businesses?
Well, when you're starting off, just have one, because
Okay.
you're not ready to do the registration on all of them. The taxes is the fool. You got to keep up with them depending on what state you register in. I actually have 4. I just thought about that. But my brand, I am the brand.
Okay. Yes.
So people know me people know basically Dr. Syleecia is the brand. Okay. So my companies are not really branded. Dr. Syleecia Productions, I've been getting out there because that's going to be that's my production TV film home.
Okay.
And media and whatever I'm going to do under that. But I recommend it at my level. It works because there's different ways of building wealth, keeping things separate. You can set up your business bank account. And the biggest thing for me was, which got me in a little trouble. I had all these I had like credit lines. Again, capital, you're able to go get capital and move around differently when you have a credit card in this name, capital, or that and that. Now it jammed me up a little bit, but I'm rebounding from that. But it's the lines of credit, it's the access to capital, and it's building capital, which is really how we should be thinking. Once you grow your business and you're growing it, it's multiple lines of just trying to access capital at different levels. So that was that. I do have, I just recently in the last couple of weeks, super excited about this, registered my business in South Africa.
Wow.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yes.
So Dr. Syleecia Productions is officially registered in South Africa because I'll be filming over there at the top of the year. Okay. Super excited.
Yes.
About that. So that's my 4th company. Okay. But again, like some of the companies, I've got some year-end stuff I got to do. You got to clean up this stuff. But the good thing with taxes, and people could go ask their accountant or tax advisor, the one company really hasn't had any money come through it. But the multiple companies, you can put them as pass-through income on your personal. So personal, and then you can have like LLCs as pass-through income. So, but that's when you're growing. When you're starting out, get your one S Corp or one LLC. Okay. And build that. But for me, people know me by Dr. Syleecia, and they don't really know the company. So DYG Management really stands for Define Your Greatness.
Oh gosh, yes.
So I was doing a lot of consulting under that. It meant something, right? And it came. Selena kind of was like, "You've been doing all this stuff around greatness. This was like years ago. You should just define your greatness." So
yes.
Dr. Syleecia Productions is like my brand. It's like the Shondaland, the Ava, and then Silnick is the first 3 letters of my name, SYL. My middle initial is Nicole, so NIC. Yes. So Silnick. And I was like, I knew that was going to be available. Entertainment. And then Dr. Syleecia Productions is in South Africa. So again, I don't recommend it for everybody because there's a lot of burden and paperwork. But that was my logic behind it. It was about the access to capital, multiple lines of credit, lines of credit. And, you want to operate your business on other people's money. So
Listen, and I literally, as you were saying about the lines of credit, one of our previous guests talked about, she said, listen, you would have to learn how to operate your business with OPM. And I said, OPM? She said, yes, other people's money.
Okay.
And so it really, I could definitely understand the need and the thought behind having multiple businesses, especially being that you are integrated into the music industry, into the film industry. And so these are actually quite heavily male dominated industries.
Yeah.
Music, film, entertainment. So you as a Black woman, right, leading in business and strategy, like what's been your approach to navigating those dynamics? Like how does that, like who you are, shape how you build generational wealth?
And it's very difficult. So it's interesting because I love to partner with people. One of my business partners, Saron Crawford, he's with Musa Holdings Group. He has Skybox. I have another partner that we're going to do some TV film stuff with, Malik Shakur. Yes, his last name is Shakur because Afeni Shakur is his grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then you got Ray, his business partner. I'm always working with men. And then I have Brandon and Brandon Wigley. And then there's Brandon Thorpe. And then there are Landis Graydon. And it's just like all these men, right? Shout out to all the male business partners I have. But then I work with Selena. It's my sister, my other sister, Dr. Salat. I'm just at a place where it is what it is. I'm not doing nothing I don't want to do. Okay. But I learn from men on how to maneuver in this business because, women, we come in as nurturers and we come in as we're always undervaluing ourselves, second guessing. So a lot of them are like, no, Syleecia, you're the boss. Do this. I'll be like, oh, okay. Then they'll be like, what's your budget on that? I'm like, 750,000. They're like, no, you should have 1.3 million. They'll tell you, and you'll be like, oh, okay. So I learn a lot on how, because men, they value themselves, honey. They love themselves, girl.
Yes.
Like, I need $25 zillion today, and they can do that with their whole chest. So I learned from men. I've had issues in the past where, men, I've dealt with the whole sexual harassment and disgraceful, disgusting people in the industry because I work in the music industry. So I have dealt with that. I've dealt with all of the things that women deal with. I've dealt with also dealing with men that like put you down and don't want to uplift you because they don't want to see you do better than them. So I've dealt with all, but at this stage and age, I know what I know. You're not moving me off of it. I know how to compromise. I work well with other people. I am a team player, team builder, and I can run a team, and I can be a part of a team. So I feel like at this age and stage, I've done so much that I'm exceptional at leadership. I'm also exceptional at following. I'm a steadfast person. So, but again, I had to get to this point because there were times where I've had promoters be like, if you go out with me, I'll get your sister some gigs. But
who are you talking to?
Like, one, you not cute. So had you been
right.
No, you still wouldn't have got it. But that's the kind of stuff I've dealt with. Or, or even just the craziness. Like, I got stories.
Wow.
But at this age and stage, ain't nobody trying it. Okay. It's male dominated, but there are a lot of women in different in places. And then there's conflict with women in certain places.
I was going to ask you that because you said that, you've learned a lot from men. But what about conflict with women, like being in the entertainment industry? And sometimes just in life, folks will try to set women up to dislike each other. The conversations become lewd, crude, and otherwise. So, like, what about like your interactions with women? Have you had like positive role models that you can point to, and then situations where you're like, Lord have mercy, girl? Like,
I've had positive interactions, but up until today,
Mhm.
women have some drama. Okay. Women have drama. I've been in situations where they're positive. I've been in situations where men pit the women against each other.
Mhm.
And that's recently. I've been in situations where women, um, one particular woman was the absolute fool to work with. Um, I've been in situations where men were the absolute. Let me tell you something. Human beings are the
Mhm.
fool. However, when I'm working in my space with Black people,
Mhm.
we need to do better at working with each other. And
Okay.
I've been in situations where, um, like, it's just men or women just mean, pit people
Mhm.
against each other, competitive. And a lot of it stems from our trauma, our generational trauma, our
Yep.
post traumatic slave syndrome.
Mhm.
We don't realize that we need to come together, we need to be practicing group economics all the time, all
Yes.
the time, in any situation. But I'm not like that. So, but it still goes on. But I always like, man, them colonizers did a number on us.
Listen here.
They did a number on us.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be that way. I'm not that way, and I will never be that way. I'm gonna lift you up now. If I can work with you, I'm not gonna be no dummy. But it's still going on, and we just gotta break that. If I could just scream to the top, guys, we gotta work together.
Yeah.
They are doing it. They're working together.
Mhm.
Other ethnicities. Let's work together, and let's not give each other hell. Let's stop being competitive. Let's
Right.
stop being jealous. Uplift some. I wish somebody would. They blow up past me. Yeah. But I've had great female people that I've been able to watch. Like someone that's really good. Like I've worked with Vivica A. Fox on Crown.
Okay.
With Selena, Vivica A. Fox, Chanel, and L'Oreal. Amazing. Vivica A. Fox is the type of person. She has no problem working with women. She's amazing. I've had encounters with Mona Scott Young.
Okay.
Mona, if I email or text Mona, she will respond right away. Treva, um, I can name some women in this industry that if I reach out to them,
Yeah.
if I say, hey, Claudia Jordan, can you be in my film? Um, I can reach. There are women in the industry I can reach out to. Selena can reach out to. Miss Stephanie Mills,
Yes.
Leela James. That's my girl. Like,
Yes. I love her music. Yeah.
yeah, Chrisette is my soror and my girl.
Yes.
Leela's my soror. So there are people that I can reach out to. Like, yeah, I need you to do this project and things like that.
Mhm.
AJ Johnson.
Yes. Fitness guru and all.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is my that is my life coach. She really
Yes.
did life coach me. And
Yes.
that is like my girl. I could always count on her. I mean, I could reach out to her. Like, we'll be in Ghana together next week.
Okay.
Because she's a Ghanaian citizen. They gave her she's got
Oh
dual
wow. So she has
citizenship.
dual citizenship.
Yeah,
Okay.
she does a lot of work in Ghana. So I'll be there at a conference next week. And she has a conference next week. So it just so happened we'd be at a conference. So there are women out there. So don't let people say, oh, women don't get. Now, there are some women that are a fool, and I won't
Okay.
name them
Please.
because I'm trying to do better.
Yes.
But the thing is, you just got to find your tribe
Mm-hmm.
that works with your vibe.
So how important is that, right? Like when it comes to the mindset shift it seems to be there's some commonalities across the guests I've had over the years on Wealth Building Wednesday, across entrepreneurs that I've talked to over the years. There are some commonalities. So how important is it for you to find what you just said, find your tribe, the people who are like-minded? How important is that as you're trying to delve into entrepreneurship?
It's very difficult,
Okay.
but it's very important.
Okay.
Even if that tribe is one person.
Okay.
My assistant,
Okay.
China, I got more than one person, but my assistant, China, is amazing. I don't know what I'd do without her. Our publicist, Leon, our videographers, people that help us with marketing. These people have been built over the years and building relationships. There are times you can pay them. There are times you can't pay them. When they're there during the non-payment times, you got them.
Yeah.
But there are times where, as an entrepreneur, you're starting off, you're aspiring. You may just need to be like, look, tell your cousin, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. That's why I always tell artists, come to me, I need a manager. No, go find a cousin, a brother, a sister, a friend, and you guys partner up and you guys kick this thing off together. Because no manager, when you're new and you're not bringing anything in, no manager is going to take on this type of task because it's too much. You got to be the next Beyonce or the next Chris Brown, the next Selena Johnson. Like, I'm not saying these people aren't, but I'm saying find your tribe first. Hustle at that ground level first. I mean, it's hard to do though, because again, with us and people of color, we've got to get out of this competition thing.
Yep.
And we got to know that, like, I've tried to start so many Black group economics group, the people, 100 people sign up, 6 on the call.
What?
So I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm too busy. If I'm on this call, why are you signing up?
Right. So when I think about finding your tribe, and there was a very recent example, because what you just said about commitment, right? So your folks will sign up, not show up, what have you. This level of commitment and having your tribe in place. I recently saw a video. I think David Banner was honored at the HBCU Awards. And the person that they selected to have him, to highlight him, because they talk about you before they bring you up, was T.I. And he talked about how that man drove from Mississippi in a van. And I think at the time David might have actually been living in his van. And produced the song that actually put T.I. on. And the one thing that stood out to me is that he said, we have been capitalizing off of each other's success ever since. And so the song was Rubber Band Man. Now, if you're a hip hop fan, right, Southern hip hop, Rubber Band Man is old, right? Like that's back for real. Like that's when he was still Tip. He wasn't T.I., right? So
that was the jam.
So right. And so for him to drive, like he could see something in T.I. to drive across, drove across Alabama. Hey, David, you ain't even home. Right.
Right. Okay.
To get to Atlanta, but to produce a song. And he said, ever since then, they have been capitalizing off of each other's success. And so when you talk about finding your tribe, it's like, yeah, those are the folks that we will continuously like keep capitalizing off of one another's success. And so now you lead the DYG management group, right? And we've kind of been talking about your experiences in the music industry. And you work with some really high profile artists, including your sister, while also educating thousands of students. So through National University, you're educating thousands of students. Like, how do you balance all of that? Like, how do you balance the income producing work, the mentorship, the brand creation, the 4 businesses? You are an international entrepreneur. So how do you balance all of that?
Well, at this time, my total, that number, I've taught about 20,000 students, maybe 25,000 students over the years, right? Yeah. And now I'm very specific in what I do for National University. I'm a dissertation chair. And so I have I don't have a large roster,
Mm-hmm.
very small roster. And then I run their center. It's a center for business, innovation, entrepreneurialism, and management. So I'm the center director. So that's very specific. Again, I've put in my time in the classroom and teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when I'm teaching or educating, it's in workshop, webinar format, or in South Africa or Ghana, you know, or somewhere if someone asked me to speak at their conference or things like that.
Okay.
But over the years, I had to juggle that. I lived in New York for 13 years and I taught at Berkeley College. So that was kind of like, I was in New York. So that was the industry there. So managing Syleecia from there was very easy because my college at the time was like, oh, it works. They wanted me to have industry experience because you just bring that into the classroom. But it takes a balancing act. I don't have kids, so that helps.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so a lot of what I do is about my purpose and my calling, and it really is to give back and to again be that strategic architect to help others to see a blueprint and get something from start to finish. But it's easy because Syleecia has kids, a husband now. So she put out the Legacy album last year. She's working on a project right now with Dave Hollister and Carl Thomas.
Yes.
That's gonna be too good.
Yeah.
And
I can hear
so
that. Yeah.
she's got some other business ventures coming up. So now we're just like, where the money reside. Okay. Like,
No.
we're just really tapped into
Yes.
what is our purpose and calling, and what is what impact can we make while making income. And so we're not chasing everything. We are very strategic. So I'm very strategic. I have a lot of business ventures. I sit on Zooms all day, but I still get my workout in.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I managed to watch my docuseries, documentaries, my movies. I managed to do this interview. You have to, again, it's easy for me to say because I don't have kids, but you do have to prioritize. And if this is my life's work and wealth building and helping my people build wealth and making my ancestors proud, making God proud, that's my life's work. So it's like, if you saw my office space, you'd be like, oh, she got a lot. It's a lot going. It's plaques over here, it's pictures, it's this, it's vision boards, it's this, that, you know. I'm just surrounded by books and it's my life. So, but I'm not normal.
Okay.
Because some people have other things going. I'm a breast cancer survivor as well, right? So it takes time. Now, you don't have to do 7 million things like me. You can do what's specific to you, but you got to be real with yourself. You can't say, I want to win and I want to do this. And you're not, faith without works is dead. So it's just, so my advice would be, try to really get still and see what your path and purpose is. One of them should be building your legacy, and through that, you're building wealth. Okay. How do you give back? How are you saving? How are you changing the lives of other people? That's going to be key. Once you figure out, okay, I'm on the right path, then this shit fun to me. People might be like, that's a lot. It's fun to me. Yeah. Like, I'm having fun, even though it's a lot of stuff. Now, I got to this place maybe 5-6 years ago. You would have been like, my students get on my nerves. I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
But now, and now there's certain things like I'm putting in place, like we're going to have a new road manager, tour manager. So there's certain things I'm putting in place where it's just going to be, I'm focused way over here, legacy building, wealth building, giving back, saving, collaborations. And my business ventures are just operating because I got a strong team.
Yeah.
Same thing, with Syleecia. So it's just, that tribe will help you. Because listen, I wouldn't be sitting here in this live stream if it wasn't for China.
Yeah.
Because if it ain't on my calendar, I don't know who you are.
And she's amazing. I was about to say, like, she's amazing. Like the follow up and follow through, beautiful experience. Because let me tell you how when folks don't follow up and follow through, whew, it's like, well, you never said anything. Look,
Lydia. I think I've created a monster. Because now she be on people's ass. I have to tell her, okay, China, it's okay. Give them some time. You know, this is crazy.
But she's good at what she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selena be like, well, let China cook. You gotta let her. I'm like,
listen, let her cook.
China be like, no, you gonna answer me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like,
Yes. And so who are you reading? You said that you are surrounded by books. Who are you reading right now? Or what?
Well, I'm studying once again, just reading and going through studying Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome by Dr. Joy DeGruy.
Yep.
I got the workbook on that. I got a book club. We're trying to study that together. I'm reading a book on the history of South Africa because I'm getting ready to do some South African projects. I'm reading a book on the history of Amapiano because I'm doing a project on Amapiano.
Oh, wow.
And a book on filmmaking because I'm constantly trying to just like get my, just be on top of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's right now. I'm so OCD, not even OCD. I'm ADHD to the point where I got 3-4 books. I pick it up, put that down, put it. It is what it is. It's who I am. At first, I used to be like, "This is terrible," but then I saw I don't know if it was Mel Robbins or somebody. She was like, "No, do it. That's just you."
And that's the thing. Like, what I'm gleaning from so much of what you said is just being yourself, because that's even going to help you identify your tribe. Because if you're not yourself, because can't nobody beat you being you. And so if you're not yourself, like who is your tribe identifying with? Are they identifying with the person in the mask? So much of what you have said, what you've shared with us, has been rooted in knowing who you are, knowing what your expertise is, what your interests are, and the fact that you said that you like doing multiple things and it feels easy to you. Right. I have a dear friend who always says that, it doesn't feel like work if you actually are having fun. So whatever you're doing, you need to enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
You got to have fun with it. Now, there are stressful days because you got to watch your stress, too.
Oh, absolutely. Because then that impacts your health.
Correct.
Yes. And for Black women, high blood pressure is a thing. It is typically something that is being passed down in our families at this point. The lack of good diet and exercise, right? Having an exercise routine impacts us, and the level of stress.
Correct.
That so many Black women endure, whether we're parents or not, whether we're entrepreneurs or not. And so we've got to be mindful of all of those things. So, but be yourself. Look, that's got to be stressful not to be yourself.
Listen,
like who you got to show up as today?
Who you want to be yourself.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Absolutely.
And I can only be myself. So you either love me or hate me.
Yes. And you are a joy to love. I just want to thank you so much for being here today. Yes, absolutely. We're going to have you back because you have so much wisdom. And listen, we have a lot of folks in this area who are interested in becoming performance artists. They are already performance artists, but just kind of need some information so that they can be successful, right? So that they can one day perform on the same stages with Syleecia Thompson. Look.
Listen, and we have some things we're working on together, and we got some programs that we're bringing to Selma. I'm not gonna say it, but it's gonna be the revolution will be televised.
Yes, it will. You know what to say. Okay. So I just want to thank you so much for being here, y'all. I know you have learned something from our conversation today. Like I said, you should have had your notepad out, but just in case you didn't, you can always go back and check the video out, drop comments, drop questions in the chat. We are delighted every Wednesday to bring you great information and great guests like Dr. Syleecia Thompson. And so this has been another powerful Wealth Building Wednesday episode powered by TRHT Selma at the Black Belt Community Foundation and the Selma Center for Nonviolence. We are here because the wealth gap in America exists and it will not close by itself. We have to get engaged, be involved, be consistent, take informed action so that we can close the wealth gap, and our families and communities are integral in that. Find your tribe, honey. Be yourself, find your tribe. If no two things you come away with this, be yourself, find your tribe. A huge thanks to you, Dr. Syleecia Thompson, for tonight's insights. Y'all remember that wealth grows when you take the next step, even a small one. Keep learning, keep moving, keep building. Y'all see you next Wednesday. Thank you.